Welcome in. I am the Commish, here to help you chase the chip and keep you rolling towards the ring. All right, if you're watching this video, congratulations. You are in the semifinals. And now we're talking league winners. These are not just the good players. Obviously, these are the guys who can decide your championship in week 16 and 17. I'm focusing on a few top tier players plus a few strategic quarterbacks with easy schedules and real playoff motivations. Let's get into it. Nico Collins, Houston Texans. Let's start with the obvious one. Nico Collins is a league winner. Full stop. Week 16, he gets the Raiders at home. Week 17, he's on the road against the Chargers. Nico has been an alpha all season long on a pretty darn good Texans offense. He gets the target share. He's always used in the red zone. He's got big playability. He's fast, all of it. He's big. He's not living on trick plays or busted coverage. He is just good all around. He will win you your championships. He's good for 25 points. Usually, I would not be surprised if he breaks 25 points in both of these games in week 16 and 17, and that can swing your championship matchup. This is exactly the kind of wide receiver you have to anchor your title run to. Next, we got Trey McBride having a stellar season, about to break some records. Arizona Cardinals tight end. He is one of the most important players on this list. In week 16, he gets the Falcons. 17, he gets the Bengals. Elite tight ends win leagues because they give you a positional advantage. McBride obviously is not touchdown dependent. He gets the volume and has touchdown upside. He gets targets, catches, he gets yards. If your opponent is rolling out a touchdown or bust tight end and you have McBride, you're already starting with an advantage. Next, Jacoby Brissett. Arizona Cardinals, also obviously linked to Trey McBride. And this is where the pairing matters. Jacoby Brissett gets the same two matchups, Falcons and Bengals. Brissett isn't flashy, but he's exactly what you want in the fantasy playoffs. Steady, controlled. You're going to get your 20 points. He's feeding his best weapon, which if you can stack him with Trey McBride, you should feel very, very good going into the semifinals. This is a playoff winning stack because the floor is safe, but the ceiling is still there if Arizona leans pass heavy. You've been streaming quarterbacks. Brissett is the type of guy who will not sink you on your week, and that matters in the championship. Next, Drake May of the New England Patriots. Drake May stays on this list. Week 16, he's on the road against the Ravens. Week 17, he gets the Jets at home. Super juicy. 16 isn't perfect, but 17 against the Jets is exactly what you want in the championship. So if you can stack him with somebody else, brilliant. May has shown legit upside, and the Patriots are still playing meaningful football late in the season. That's what I look for. Quarterbacks who aren't in cruise control, who aren't just phoning it in now and waiting for the offseason. Volume, urgency, all of that equals fantasy points. Next, Achane. Miami Dolphins. Now let's talk about a true championship swing player, Achane. Bengals, week 16. Week 17, Buccaneers. Achane doesn't need 25 carries. He can get it done on 15 or less. He needs one lane to break a big touchdown run or even catch. He often does that. One long touchdown, and that'll flip the matchup. That's why he's a league winner. Yes, he's a little volatile, and he is small, making him just a little bit prone to injury. But this year, he has been healthy, and he has been good. Upside wins championships. Achane has upside. Next. Oh, man, this one's a little bit scarier. Darren Waller. I know with the change in quarterback, with Tua now being benched, this one's a bit of a flyer. But Darren Waller gets the Bengals in week 16 and the Bucs in week 17. Tight end is chaos. Chaos can win titles. So Waller isn't a must start by any means, but if targets spike and he hits the red zone, he can give you 2 touchdowns in a title game. And of course, like we said earlier, positional advantage can make the difference. He's the definition of a late season gamble that can pay off huge. Look into Waller, see if you need him. Jordan Love for the Green Bay Packers. Now let's talk quarterbacks with real motivation. Jordan Love needs to win games. He's got week 16 at the Bears and then at home against the Ravens. Green Bay is fighting for playoff position. They're not resting anyone. Love has already shown that he can put up QB1 numbers when the pressure's on. So week 16 matchup against Chicago is a little bit juicy, and Generally speaking, recently, the Packers have had the Bears number. If Love pops off there, you might already be halfway to a title before Week 17 even gets started. So, next, we got Travis Etienne. Oh, man, for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Etienne, he is exactly the kind of running back that wins you leagues in December. Jacksonville is at 10-4. They're leading the AFC South, and they're still playing for seeding, so they're not resting guys, and that matters. Etienne goes on the road to Denver, which is difficult, but he's already proved that he can excel in difficult matchups. He gets Indianapolis in Week 17. Indianapolis is not the team that they started off the season as, and that is a juicy matchup. So when teams are in playoff mode, they don't get cute. They lean on volume, and they try to get out there and win. Etienne is a volume guy. He's getting all the touches. He's getting the goal line work. And now, with Bashal Tutin injured, he is a real bell cow. So if you're looking for a back who will give you 20-plus touches and usually a touchdown when it matters, Travis Etienne is a league winner. Next and finally, we got Mike Evans of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, we wouldn't have talked about Mike Evans 2 weeks ago, but now that he is back on the field and dominating in his first game back, his playoff motivation is still there. The Bucs are still very much in a tight NFC South race. They are 7-7, so every single game matters. There is no easing off the gas here, which means that Evans is going to eat. Week 16, he gets Carolina in a division matchup that could decide the South, and then in Week 17, he gets a cake matchup against Miami. This is when the veterans get fed. Mike Evans has been here before. When teams need to trust their guys, that's exactly what they do. Baker Mayfield trusts Mike Evans, and he will go to him in the red zone more often than not. So Evans has elite touchdown upside. He often goes off for big plays, and if he just gets 2 big plays or 2 scores or one of each in a must-win game, that is the kind of swing that decides fantasy championships, and that is why Mike Evans belongs in this conversation. So a little bit of runner-up action. We got Baker Mayfield, who obviously is tied to Mike Evans. Week 16, Panthers. Week 17, Dolphins. This is exactly what quarterback you want going into your playoffs, and this is easy matchup first. There's division stakes. They're aggressive play callers, and of course he has Mike Evans back. They're starting to fire on all cylinders. When Baker is trying to win a game and has extreme motivation, he pushes and pushes and pushes and tries to win, and that's when you see the big games out of people like Baker Mayfield. It's that win mindset that Baker has when you're approaching the playoffs. So these are the players who win leagues, not just great names. These are not just safe floors. These are the players with volume, with upside, with favorable schedules, with teams that are still in it and still care about whether they win or lose. So if you've got 2 or 3 of these guys on your roster, you are absolutely live for a championship. Thank you all for watching. This has been the Commish. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Do your thing. Go get that ring, Commish.